Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Definitely some very positive news today coming out of Call of Duty, which obviously is not something that's been happening a ton lately, so it's definitely welcomed when it happens. I was out playing some ball, happened to get a noti on my phone, and lo and behold, we've got a brand new update now live in Warzone, MW2, and DMZ, and it finally addresses the largest problem we've had in game since Season 4 Reloaded dropped, and that is the stability, the performance. Today's update directly addressed that. We also have some other interesting things going on in game as well, but this is the main component of today's update. This tweet was posted from Call of Duty Updates a bit ago saying for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone, obviously DMZ is included in this as well, a new update to further address PC performance issues was released this morning. We are continuing to monitor the game performance. So, as we know, the performance, the stability of this game has been utterly terrible since Season 4 Reloaded dropped. It was stuttery. It was crashing left and right. Yesterday, I couldn't even boot the game to the main menu without it crashing. The game was completely unplayable for me yesterday. Today's update, though, did go out, and it seems like the general consensus here, the general response that I've seen from the community, a lot of replies to this tweet, various other people on my timeline. I've also been checking out some Twitch and some YouTube streams just to see, is that this update did actually have a substantial impact on gameplay, and it did actually improve the overall performance. Whether that be your FPS now getting boosted, I've seen some players saying they got, back to their initial FPS that they had before this update went out. Some players saying 30, 40 plus FPS better than what they had earlier on this week. Crashing is less frequent. The stuttering and the FPS drops when you're going from 110 to maybe 70 in a split second, and that causes you to freeze almost, it feels like. All that seems to be addressed with this specific update. Now, there's a few things to note here. It's not just as straightforward as this tweet seems to make it. This does say PC performance. So obviously that doesn't direct towards console. Now, this is something that seems a lot more, individual based, whereas PC in general, everyone's game is running like trash. Console, I've seen some players say they have no issues whatsoever. Their game's been fine since the update. They're just not a fan of the superpowers or this or that or whatever else. Other players, though, have been saying ever since this update that they're also getting crazy stuttering or server performance issues and whatnot, and clearly there's nothing addressed about that in this update. So they do say they're continuing to monitor the game performance. Hopefully they're also looking into the console side of things. That almost seems to be a separate issue, and it might be more just server related, and if that's the case, it's probably bad news there, because we know Call of Duty doesn't really give it their all when it comes to their servers. They've been trash for some time, and it might just be worse after Season 4 Reloaded. Hopefully they do, actually push out some updates for that, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. If they mention anything in that regard, or of course as other updates are going out, you guys already know I'm gonna have you covered with all the latest details, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, join us ultimately on the road to 1 million subs. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you do notice a difference in your gameplay, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. But like I said, this isn't the only thing to break down when it comes to in-game updates or some other things to look out for. The Infinity Ward Trello board also has a couple of interesting notes here that are, I think, worth taking a look at. It's got a lot of things that might not be super up to date, and we'll have a more detailed breakdown of what to look out for here and what not to really pay much attention to in the coming days as we approach the launch of Season 5. But a few things that have been updated here recently. One, the street panels on Vondel that are supposed to be live updating gameplay, those are still disabled because they're causing all sorts of issues there, probably performance related, so that's why they're currently disabled. But you might notice that we have a couple of different fix incoming notes on here now, which we really haven't seen in some time. One of these is we're investigating reports of reduced performance for some PC players. It should say all PC players, but obviously part of this fix incoming is already live now, as we just discussed. But as they alluded to with that tweet there's going to be more coming in the next couple of days and weeks. So I imagine Season 5's update here, which is I believe currently set for August 2nd, that's going to have some pretty substantial performance updates as well, and that's why it's still on the Trello board as fix incoming. But also, this is one that I've seen a lot of you guys commenting about recently. We are investigating reports of some players and parties all on the same platform being unable to connect to matchmaking, and they should also, I think, just have a straight up note that says players are unable to connect to matchmaking in some time in some instances. I've seen a lot of reports of this, Reddit threads, comments from you guys, posts in the Discord over on my Twitter, saying, hey, what's up with the matchmaking connecting bug where it just says I'm connecting for 10 minutes at a time, and I have to go through and restart my game to hope and see if that fixes it and that works. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it requires another restart and another restart. So they are aware of this bug, at least part of it with the party matchmaking. Hopefully, though, a full fix is out for that soon. And again, it says fix incoming. So in theory, this is something that should be happening prior to Season 5 dropping here in just a couple of days' time. And then the last thing I want to bring up here real quick is that there is a new free pack now available in Warzone, MW2, and DMZ. And this one is, well, kind of controversial in a way. You guys can see here I am on the Amazon Prime gaming page for Warzone and for Call of Duty, and we now have the World Series of Warzone Rat Pack available for the next 33 days. This will end towards the end of August, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can get this for free just by linking your Amazon and your Call of Duty accounts. You go to this little get in-game content button, it'll link you through it basically. But here's the thing. This is now a free in-game pack. But just a couple of weeks ago, it was a little longer than a couple of weeks ago, but previously, this pack has already been in the game, as I'm sure you're well aware, because this skin is a very popular one. Hunter TV, shout out to you. This was a paid version in-game. It was a paid bundle skin in-game, and all this was a part of the bundle from before. It was, 2,400 COD points or whatever the exact price was. So if you bought that bundle when it dropped, because you're like, oh yeah, new skin that Call of Duty's advertising, or Hunter TV, I have to buy my rat skin, right? Yeah, so that was a waste of all those COD points, because now, just a couple of, months later after this bundle's been out, it's now free in game, which if you haven't bought it, that's a W. It's a pretty funny pack, and the skins are kind of cool. A Pizza MP7, like I won't lie, it's fun to run around with. You get some free double weapon XP, but they're now taking packs that are already in the game, reusing them as new content, and taking away the paywall, and whoever bought this before doesn't get a refund or anything. It's just, oh, you were an early adopter, so that's the early adopter tax, I guess, right? Kind of weird there. But yeah, this comes with the Reyes operator skin. That's obviously the rat. It's got the spicy meatballs, RAL LMG blueprint, the Cheesin' MP7 blueprint, a sticker, a calling card, a loading screen, an emblem, and then 1 hour of double XP and 1 hour of double weapon XP. So like a decent bundle, and if you got Prime, definitely go and pick this up, take advantage of it while it is active, since it is a limited time thing. But certainly interesting that it was paid and now it's free, and there's no real change in anybody who bought this before. Also, apparently there's an issue with it being delayed in game, so just more bugs, more problems with COD this year. But that being said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out so you can always stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.